All right, good morning, everyone. It is 10 o'clock on Thursday, February 9th, 2023. For anybody who is watching this in the future, we will do our best to delete this when any information that is shared today becomes obsolete. But please do note that this is February 2nd, 2023. So if you are watching this in the future, verify that the program is still the same with the documentation, either reaching out to training or to Kim Nelson herself. So without further ado, I would like to welcome to our company Blitz sessions, Kim Nelson with 210 Home Warranty. And she's going to take about 20 minutes or so of your time to go through how to leverage a home warranty to grow your business and delight your clients. And then, of course, you can always raise your hand virtually is probably best, or type it in the chat. If you have questions, Kim, if Haley or I see something in the chat, we'll try and stop you so you can answer it right away. All right, without further ado, turn it over to Kim. Thanks for being here, Kim.
Thank you for having me. Good morning, everybody. It's great to virtually see you. I am, if I haven't met you in person yet, I am your Hampton Roads 210 Home Buyers Warranty representative. So I'm your local contact for anything 210 that you may need. So I'll provide my contact information at the end of this. And also, you should have our service agreements and my business cards in your office. So, but never hesitate to reach out to me with questions. If I don't know the answer, I always make sure that I track it down for you. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to remove myself from camera and share a pretty brief PowerPoint presentation, but if for some reason you're not seeing it or hearing me, just reach out and let me know, or let Tim know or Haley, so we can get that back on track for everybody. Go ahead and bring this up. Thank you, Tim, for your PowerPoint tips. Okay, is everyone seeing my screen with the cover page of the PowerPoint? Or anyone not seeing? Tim, are you seeing that?
Good. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so what I'm going to walk through is kind of a brief overview and reminder of what exactly is a home warranty, what's covered under a home warranty, what's not covered, and then also some kind of tips and information to help you really leverage the home warranty to grow your business, make your customers even happier, and also, set the expectations, because I never want to disappoint you or your clients. 210 never wants that to happen. So I really like to be as transparent as possible with the warranty information, and just make sure that everybody has a solid understanding of what it is, how it works, and anything that can help you gain listings, gain more buyers, all of that. So, and I tend to be a talker, so please feel free to stop me if you have questions. And of course, we can do questions at the end as well. So like Tim said, this is really about leveraging a home warranty to grow your business and delight your clients. So starting off with the very basic definition, what is a home warranty? A home warranty, it's a tool to help reduce your clients' out-of-pocket costs for breakdowns of covered systems and appliances due to normal wear and tear. And the due to normal wear and tear part is really key. I had and I'll throw in some situations just to give you some real life examples, and you all may have some to share as well. But I had an agent from another company reach out to me last week, and her client had inadvertently dropped a wine bottle on their glass top of their stove. When they called in to file the claim, unfortunately, 210 said we don't cover that. It was not a failure due to normal wear and tear. And we all know that that was an accident. Nobody wants to drop the wine bottle on their glass top. But unfortunately, that was something that was not covered. So just wanted to kind of give you an example of that. It's definitely, due to normal wear and tear, and we do not discriminate against age. So age is not really a factor when it comes to what the warranty covers. Here is what a home warranty is not. Home warranty is not an emergency service. It's not a homeowner's insurance policy. However, the warranty does complement, they kind of work in tandem with each other, complements the homeowner's insurance policy. Where your homeowner's insurance policy is going to cover things that happen due to, different perils, whether it's lightning striking something or flooding or whatever the case may be, someone stealing something from your home. The warranty, again, is going to cover things that break down or have a failure due to normal wear and tear. It's not a home inspection. It's not a flood insurance policy. And the warranty is not for known pre-existing issues. And that's also kind of a key factor. So, it does not cover everything, covers covered items. We have limits and exclusions that we work hard to spell out in our service agreements. And it's important to review the coverage, yourself and with your client, because you'll, probably find no home warranty company is going to cover every item or every circumstance. So it's always good to just kind of review the contract and just have, somewhat of an understanding of what's covered and what's not. The home warranty is also not to clean up issues from a home inspection. It's, a good idea, especially if you have items that you worry might fail in the future. However, when it comes to things like a home inspection, some items may be covered, but home warranty companies, including 210, require that items be in good and safe working order at the start of the warranty. So if it's something that's, been known that there's been a leak in plumbing or AC going on for months and months, then, you can probably safely assume that that may not be covered. The home warranty is also not, like I said at the beginning, an emergency service. So we can't guarantee super fast service or being at the front of the line. But we do guarantee that we are going to get our contractors out to the homeowner, do a diagnosis, and, work our quickest to help resolve an issue. Let's talk about what is eligible for coverage. So I like this actually. Think of a peach. So covered items are under systems and appliances. Those include plumbing, electrical, appliances, cooling, and heating. And it's a good way to kind of remember that. So I like that little acronym. And who doesn't like a peach? So is everybody seeing that screen right now? Just making sure
We're good.
okay. So let's talk about all of you and how you can leverage the home warranty to help grow your business, help you gain referrals, and you're putting your name on the line when you refer any of your affiliates to your clients. So I know that's a big deal. You're putting your reputation out there, and I want to make sure that we are supporting you and treating your clients with as much care and support as you treat them. So leveraging a home warranty, we give you access to, or you have access to, you and your clients, to a few different things. One is complimentary listing coverage. And I'm going to go in a little bit more detail on these so you get a much better idea of how these work. So that is on the seller side. And then we also give you access to buyer coverage, and there are a few different levels of that. One thing I do want you to keep in mind when we talk about the buyer coverage, the Department of Energy in January, actually as of January 1st, came out with new requirements for the efficiency of HVAC. So heat pumps, your ACs, split systems, all of that. So that's something that is really, really important when you're choosing a home warranty, to make sure that you and your clients have a solid understanding of what sort of AC or HVAC coverage they are buying into. Because as we know, that's probably the most expensive system in the home, whether it's repairing or replacing. And I'm also guessing that maybe some of you may have experienced where the HVAC system either postponed a closing or could have derailed a deal altogether. And we definitely don't want that to happen. I'm also going to talk about how you can, along with 210, gift your clients up to $100 almost immediately from when they close and move into the home. And I will also share some information about a military discount, as well as some other tips that you can use to help yourself and your clients. So let's look at the complimentary listing coverage. I know a few months ago when the market, was truly a seller's market, a lot of home inspections were being waived, home warranties were being waived, and now as things have shifted, I'm seeing a lot of sellers and the listing agents placing our complimentary listing coverage on the listing. Really, it's about providing peace of mind for you and your seller during the time frame that the home is on the market. The listing coverage can help to mitigate the cost of potential breakdowns from the start of the listing period to closing. It can also help protect the transaction with a plan for breakdowns that happen before closing. The fact that having the complimentary listing coverage can establish a record of coverage with 210 or a history of the home can also help to protect the buyer. So the listing coverage really is key in a number of ways. Here's how it works. Complimentary listing coverage will cover heating, appliances, plumbing, and electrical. You can add AC and heat pump coverage for $50. That can be paid when you enroll the listing. It can also be paid at closing, whatever you and your seller are most comfortable with. The coverage does not have to be purchased for the buyer. And I have a lot of folks that think the only way that they can put listing coverage on a listing is if they either promise that they'll purchase it for the buyer or they get the buyer to agree that the buyer will purchase it. That is not the case. We do ask that you share the 210 warranty information with the buyer and buyer's agent. That way they can make an informed decision. They'll know that there is a history of the home already on file with the warranty company. So, it tends to be a win-win if the buyer then picks up the warranty at closing. So again, it's not a requirement. And I think I get that question multiple times a week. I believe that was the case, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, that you had to, in order to have the listing coverage, you had to have the buyer also commit to taking on the warranty. So, no, that does not have to happen. The listing coverage, you're able to put that on your listing as soon as the listing hits the MLS. So as soon as it goes live, you can enroll the listing, and the listing coverage is good for up to 6 months or 180 days. I know, homes weren't staying on the market that long, so the time frame was never really an issue. As things shift, if you have your listing on the market longer than that, then reach out to me if you want to continue the listing coverage. It automatically will stop at the end of that 6 months, but I can help you with renewing that if you need it on for a longer time period. So that's no problem at all. And again, it just benefits all parties involved in the real estate transaction. So that is listing coverage. Does anybody have any questions on that coverage right now that I can answer? All right, so let's go to the buyer side.
Tim, hold on one second.
Yes.
Somebody had their hand up. Anastasia has a question.
Hello.
Hi.
I just want to double check because I know very few home warranties will do seller coverage for vacant properties. What about you?
For a vacant property, actually, that's a great question. I believe that we do. However, I am going to double check on that for you, Anastasia, because I don't want to steer you wrong.
Thank you.
No. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. But I will get you all the answer. In fact, I'll get that however Tim feels the best way to kind of disseminate that to the group, because that could be something that other folks were wondering as well.
Yeah, if you just send an email to Haley, Haley will send it out to the people that are on this call.
Perfect. Haley is a rock star. Okay. So let's talk about buyer coverage. What does your buyer have access to with the home warranty? So several things. One, they have access to a very user-friendly homeowner portal at 2-10.com/homeowner. And I will tell you that is the fastest way for a homeowner to submit a service request, check their claim status, receive communication from the warranty company, get their $100 that I'm going to tell you about here in a minute, and also be eligible to take advantage of different appliance discounts that they have access to. In addition, one of the things, I know you have a lot of warranty choices. One of the things that 2-10 is known for is a very, very comprehensive HVAC coverage. A reason being, and it's really two main reasons. One is your clients have access to unlimited refrigerants, and that is unlimited whether we are putting refrigerant into the system, as well as if it's something where the refrigerant has to be removed from the system. We also do what is called SEER matching. And SEER, if you're not familiar with it, is referring to the seasonal energy efficiency ratios. The Department of Energy, as I mentioned earlier, made some changes to the efficiency ratings of AC systems, heat pumps, and those went into effect last month. The SEER matching is very important because what that means is, let's say you have a situation where your client's condenser needs to be replaced, and the replacement is much more efficient than the other parts of their system, but the condenser is the only item that has failed. When we go in to repair or replace that unit or that portion of the unit, we don't want to put a brand new, highly efficient, part in and then have the rest of the system struggle because they're kind of pulling each other down because you've got, your air handler may be, 15, 20 years old, and then the condenser is, brand new energy efficient. So I always liken it to if you have two runners, one is a marathon runner, one is just starting. So if they are in a race together and holding hands, one is going to, the marathon one is going to really put undue stress on the new runner. And the new runner is going to really drag the marathon runner down. So while that may, in terms of the HVAC system, while that may repair the part that was damaged, it is not creating compatibility within the system. So one of the things when you're shopping home warranty companies, just be sure when you look at the HVAC coverage. I know that there are some companies out there that actually state that they are not responsible for the government mandate guidelines of these systems, meaning that while they will go in and repair or replace the part that has failed, they do not make sure that there is compatibility between that and the rest of the system. So they are not required to. And that can leave a pretty hefty cost, that is still the homeowner's responsibility. So just always, being one of the most or the most expensive system in the house, it's a good thing to really, get into get used to looking at what the specifics are of the HVAC coverage, because as we all know, that can be, I think the average replacement now that we're seeing for for your traditional heat pump is anywhere from like 6,500 to someone had one last week actually that they shared that was $18,000 to replace for one system. So
gone to Haley, and she should let you in a second.
So, just it can get really costly for folks. The other piece is that with unlimited refrigerants, I think your average 2.5-ton system takes 5 to 8 pounds of refrigerant. And we're seeing costs anywhere from, depending on what part of the country it is, from like $100 per pound to in excess of $200 per pound. In fact, I had a homeowner last week who had they not had the unlimited refrigerant coverage, they would have paid $850 for a couple of pounds of the refrigerant. So the refrigerant itself is just getting crazy in terms of pricing. And for those of you that may not know, the R22 Freon 410A refrigerant, while those are no longer being produced, there is still quite a bit of those out there. So if you have a contractor, whether it's through 210 or one that you call on your own, and they come out and tell you that the whole system has to be replaced because the refrigerant, is different. Get a second opinion, or if it's through 210, call us, because we are hearing cases of where the HVAC contractor comes out and is automatically saying, oh yes, everything needs to be replaced. And a lot of them don't want to deal with having to change refrigerants to a different refrigerant or modify a system. So, and sometimes it's a matter of a simple fix. So, just definitely, if you ever hear something like that, especially if it's through a 210 contractor, call me and let me know, and we'll make sure that we get that straight for you. Anybody have any questions? Okay. And if anybody wants to go more into detail on the HVAC guidelines and how that affects, I mean, it definitely affects pricing because it's putting, newer and more efficient parts. And while those are good for the environment in the long run, and good for all of us and good for our energy bills, it definitely can command a much higher upfront cost to install. So those are just some things to keep in mind. The other piece that I would love for you all to take advantage of and help your buyers take advantage of with buyer coverage is called Happy Home Lock and Hardware. And that is a program that can immediately add security and value to your buyer's purchase. It gives you as the agent just another opportunity to reach out to them after closing. It's another touch point. It shows the buyer an immediate benefit from buying the warranty. And how this works is when your buyer closes, if they are going to change locks, make copies of keys, or rekey, they want to go ahead and save their receipts. And that can be whether it's a receipt from Home Depot, from Walmart, from a locksmith. If they go ahead and submit those receipts through their homeowner portal within 45 days of closing, then we turn around and send them up to $100 reimbursement. So there's no claim involved. It is very, very simple. And right away, they're getting $100 back, from what they spent on purchasing their warranty. Even better, if the seller purchased the warranty for them, then they're just getting $100 back and haven't spent anything up front. But a reminder, this can only be done through their homeowner portal online. It can only be done within 45 days of closing. So if they try to go into their portal after that, they are going to no longer have access to the tab to click on in their portal. So, and I hate to see anybody miss out on free money. So, and I also have, which I can send out to you all, I have instructions on how they do this process that you can send to your buyers when they purchase. And I also have a customizable certificate that you can provide to the buyer, which is kind of it's just a nice little, added piece that you can, give to them, and it's got their name on it and your name. And so basically, it shows them that you're helping them get up to $100 back. So happy to get that out to all of you as well. Any questions? Please take advantage of Happy Home Lock and Hardware. I see too many homeowners that are not using it and submitting receipts that have changed out locks or, made copies or whatever. Even if it's $50, $60 that you spent, free money is free money. So definitely take advantage of that. A couple of other things that buyers have access to. We do offer a military discount. So it's a $25 discount on the purchase of a warranty. You will not see that in your agent portal when you enroll. Hopefully at some point we'll be able to have that on there. However, if you have a military client, just call me, call our agent services team, email me, text me, just send me the property address. Let me know that, John Johnson is military, and please apply the discount, and I'll take care of that for you. And then we can re-invoice the buyer or the title, send it to the title company updated that we've taken that $25 off for them. Your buyer also has access up to 3 years of our most comprehensive warranty that is only available through you as their real estate professional. So what happens when one of your clients, when you have a buyer that purchases the warranty through you, they are getting our, kind of our Mac Daddy package. It's our best coverage. It's our best pricing. If they call into 210 directly or go through the 210 website without going through their real estate agent, it is much more of an a la carte option for them. So they kind of pick and choose what they want to cover. And if they chose our Supreme or the equivalent of our Supreme or Simple coverage, it would probably be several $100s more than the price that they get exclusively through you. With that being said, when your buyer purchases the warranty through you for 1 year, when that year is almost up, we have a team, our homeowner renewals division, that will reach out to the buyer or the homeowner to see if they want to go ahead and renew. That is not to renew under the same package that you helped them enroll in. So it is that a la carte packaging. So if you would like to help them get up to 3 years of the warranty option that they got at closing, they can purchase 1, 2, or 3 years upfront when you enroll them. And a little secret that I learned is, let's say your client purchases 3 years. They can pay the first year at the enrollment at closing. They can then still be enrolled for years 2 and 3, and they can pay those as they get closer to the start of those. They can also pay it up front, but that is not necessarily a requirement. So, but I do want all of you to know that because I've gotten calls from agents who said, oh, my client renewed and now they don't have the unlimited refrigerant, or they renewed and they don't have another feature that they had under the warranty that their agent enrolled them in. So just for the unlimited refrigerant and SEER matching alone, it's almost worth, purchasing multiple years upfront. I've also seen where, the buyer is concerned about or the potential buyer is concerned about an HVAC system when they're looking at a home. They're concerned because it's maybe 15, 20 plus years old, and the home inspector says that it's close to the end of its usable life, but yet it's still functioning properly. So, where the buyer may then ask for the seller to go ahead and put a new system in, as the selling agent, maybe your seller offers them multiple years of the warranty instead. So maybe they're paying $2,100 for 3 years of the warranty versus having to put a new, $7,000 or $8,000 system in. Tim, can you hear me? Oh, can you all hear me now?
Yeah, you just came back.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I
It's
saw
okay.
that it took me offline. So any
Looking
questions?
at the buyer coverage slide, military discount.
Oh, did you not hear any of that?
What's the next slide?
Okay, the next one is enrolling your client.
Yep, I think we're good.
Okay. So how do you enroll your client? And I know a lot of you already know how to do this, but I want to make sure that everybody knows there are multiple ways of doing this. You can either enroll online at your agent portal at 2-10.com/agent. You can call our agent services team at the 720-531-6723. You can also reach out to me with the information. So, if you're out in the field and you want to go ahead and roll and you don't want to get on your phone, or, you'd rather, call me because I'm here local, then you just call me with their information, property address, name, email, phone number of your client, and I can help you get that enrollment process started. I do want to ask that whether you are enrolling your seller for listing coverage or a buyer, please, if you have their phone number and email, please include that. You'd be surprised. We have a lot of cases where either we get only the email or only the phone number, or we get only the homeowner's name. What happens then is when they submit a service request, because their sink is leaking or their AC is down, 210 and the contractor doesn't have an easy way to reach out to them because we don't have a phone or email. So it is going to frustrate your client. It's going to frustrate you because your client's probably going to call you, saying that 210 is not taking care of this. So, to kind of save all parties that headache, please, if you can, and if you have that information, go ahead and put that email and phone number in when you enroll them. You can also call me. I can, add that if you only put their name and property address at the beginning, but that is really, really critical information to allow the contractor to get in touch with the homeowner to schedule the appointment, and also for our team at 210 customer service to have in case they have to reach out to the client. If the warranty cost is deterring your buyer from enrolling, but they still, would really like to have the coverage, we do offer monthly payments, so they can be signed up for that. That divides the payment over 12 months. And again, you can choose seller coverage, you can choose buyer coverage. The warranty can be paid online, or we can send an invoice to the buyer, or they can pay at closing. Once your buyer enrolls or you enroll them in the warranty, please encourage them to set up their homeowner portal. That is really, again, the fastest way for them to submit a service request. It's where they can go to see the status of their claim. They can see the contractor's name and contact information. So it really, really gives them good access. And if they need help setting it up, I'm happy to give them my number or email. They can reach out to me. I can set it up for them, or I can walk them through it on the phone if they're comfortable doing that, or even, screen share. But that is something that is really, really beneficial for them to have set up. So I think once they have it, they're going to appreciate the fact that they have access to it, for just getting, some good information. So here is also just kind of a quick review of, so what happens when your client has a breakdown or failure, how do they get service? So they experience a system or appliance failure. They see that in their service agreement that it's something that is under coverage. So they contact 210 either through their homeowner portal or by calling in. And 210 then will dispatch one of our contractors. We have a network of contractors. We'll dispatch one, and the contractor has up to 2 business days to reach out to the homeowner to schedule an appointment. I always encourage homeowners, as soon as you have the contractor's information, be the squeaky wheel and call them don't feel like you have to wait for them to call you. So call them, and that way you kind of get things rolling, quicker. And a lot of times, some of our contractors are, they might be a one-person business or smaller outfit where during the day they're just in back-to-back appointments, and it takes them, the full 2 days to call the client. So go ahead and feel free to reach out to them. The contractor, when they come out to diagnose, they'll ask for the service fee, and depending on the level of warranty, that's going to be either a $189 service fee or an $89 service fee. They'll make eligible repairs. If for some reason it is something that 210 says is not covered, then we do have what's called an even if service fee guarantee. So even if the contractor comes out and you've paid the service fee, but 210 says, well, that's actually not a covered item, then as a homeowner, you can call and request that service fee be refunded. So it does not automatically happen. I will tell you that. So if for some reason we didn't, repair or replace, then call me and I can help you request that money back. Additionally, if a contractor comes back within 30 days to fix the same part or component that was an issue, you should not pay, you should not have a second service fee. So the contractor may request that when they come out. So if that's the case and you've paid a second fee, again, contact me and I'll get you that service fee back. Want you all to be happy with us. We want you all to have happy homeowners. Again, I'm here to really help you with that process. If a claim for some reason, and this happens, if it goes off track, then contact me and I will work to help get that back on track. Sometimes it's just a simple communication, issue, maybe between the homeowner and our customer service or whatever the case may be. But I'm here, I live in Chesapeake and Great Bridge, so I'm, local and always here to support you. Here is my information if you don't already have it. And as I mentioned, I would love to get more in depth with you if you have more questions about the HVAC coverage. That's really just a big area for us. Or if you just have questions in general, you've never used a warranty, you aren't sure kind of how to compare the different warranties out there. Because I would certainly look at, what others are offering so that you have a good idea of that. I try to stay on top of what our competitors are offering, but sometimes you all have more updated information than I do. So, but definitely, if I can help in any way, please reach out and let me know. I'm here to serve you all and help you all just keep growing those businesses.
All right. Thank you, Kim. Any other questions or any questions for Kim? You can unmute yourself or type it in the chat. All right. Well, I thank you very much. There's Kim's contact information. If anybody needs to get in touch with her and you need another way, just shoot an email to training@bhhstown.com. Kim, thanks so much for being here. Everyone else, if you're coming back, we'll see you at 11 for showing property with Gladys Fain and 12 with Linda for title insurance and surveys. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.